Hello and welcome back to FXL. Today we're going to be covering man marking as a concept. Now, first I want to go quickly over this clip where we can see the cannon, of course, looking for a flank right down here, and the answers to this, right? And here, considering the draft, the Cassante with his ulti up can deal with him as he can just throw him away, right? So I will play it out and you will see he is unspotted, of course. So it's all reactionary here, right? And this could be disastrous because if the cannon has flash, then he just gets in here. From here, we'll just flash in, and this can become a big problem, of course, if that happens. However, they managed to react, luckily, and avoid the disaster. Now, of course, if we actually think about it and think about man marking, we can see here, for example, in football, right, where we have these two together, 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 right? Everyone is assigned someone. Now, of course, in League, you don't need to be assigning everyone to, like every single player to another, but the concept applies of at least having one, especially in this scenario, right, where there's the big threat being the cannon. So, I want to go over this, let's say, extreme example, which was pretty funny. If we look at the Alistar down here, Mithy, we can see the Oriana coming in, and he will just completely zone her off the fight. Does not allow her to do anything if you pay any attention to the rest of the fight. Of course, it's 4v4 without an Oriana, so it is much harder to do anything. They get destroyed, and then yeah, Senkalk just has quite a bad day, unfortunately. This can be seen in this kind of video where we had Park Ji-sung completely marking Pirlo, which I will also link down below, same as this video. Now, the last example I wanted to look at was this game. I was really happy seeing because I watched it live, and generally you would think very simply, right? The Malphite would be marking the Aphelios. Of course, it's low mobility AD carry against a Malphite. That is why you pick it. However, in this case, if you pay attention to the drafts, the very big problem for GK here is the Vladimir, because there's a lot of backline there that he wants to one-shot easily, right? And he had a lane versus Malphite, which is very free. He was very far ahead, and he is very strong. So Vladimir is a problem. How do we deal with him? The answer is the thing that you cannot react to, right? Because he can pull the hook, the vial, the Malphite ult, but he cannot really react to Annie. He would need to predict, which is very hard because it's always up to the Annie to pull the trigger. So as we play the clip here, he is spotted on the ward there. You're gonna dance around, of course, dragon setup. They're dancing around a bit, spot him there again, get the pink ward down, and here, boom, immediately. I would assume, right, Giyu here is calling, watch me, I'm going on the Vladimir, right? Beforehand, I'm marking the Vladimir, watch me, and they are ready to turn. As you see here, Malphite ulti, layered the CC beautifully, and he is completely out of the fight. Now with Vladimir out of the fight, this fight of course becomes much harder, and they're able to just win it and secure the dragon afterwards. Very good there. Second example here, same game of course. We have the Vladimir spotted there on this ward. They're looking around again, calling, look at me, boom. Gone instantly. Dragon, 5 seconds, till spawn. 4v5, that's completely free, and they are very happy with that. Then the last example here, we see them clearing the ward. They can, of course, Vladimir, as we highlighted in the video last week, is a flanker, right? He wants to find the angles, split them up, whatever. Annie, even though normally isn't a frontliner, just took this job on, and we'll just face him, sees him, immediately goes. Here they weren't as ready as a team. It's later on in the game, nerves, pressure, etc. A bit of coordination error. That's very fine though, because he is completely out of the fight, and once he is out of the fight, then they cannot really lose anymore. That gives Vi free time to go on the Aphelios, and the fight just becomes impossible for Wildcats here. So yeah, I just quickly wanted to highlight how important man marking is, how applicable it is. Of course, we saw here 3 different champions. We had the Annie, the Alistar, and the Cassante. This can be done in many different team comps, many different champions. It's just something to consider and also to draft for. The same way you draft for, lane counters, let's say, this is something that you can definitely draft for, especially when there is a huge threat. That is all from my end. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.